New at 11, getting tougher on protesters. One Rhode Island lawmaker is proposing new legislation in the aftermath of a demonstration that tied up traffic on 95, and it's aimed at coming down harder on those who take protesting too far. Eyewitness News reporter Tadavik Aprikyan has more information on the story from the Providence Mobile Newsroom at the State House.
Well, with all the recent protests we've seen around the country, a lot of people have been taking to the highways to make a stance. Well, now Senator Lou Raptakis wants to make it a felony to protest on the highway. Justice, no. We've seen the images from across the country over the last few months, including right here in downtown Providence, protesters taking to the streets to make their voices heard. But the recent string of protesters heading onto the highway has not only been dramatic, but dangerous.
People have to clearly think. You just cannot protest anywhere you want to.
State Senator Lou Raptakis introduced this bill Tuesday that would make it a felony to protest on a highway. The protests on I-95 in Providence back in November backed up traffic for miles.
It's a public safety issue. It endangers the lives of all. I believe in First Amendment rights, but to protest on a state highway is a disaster waiting to happen.
Just last week in Boston, protesters who made their way onto I-93 in both directions chained themselves together. Traffic again backed up for miles as police dragged the protesters off the highway. It also caused an ambulance to be diverted, which is what Raptakis says this bill is all about, putting public safety first.
It could delay individuals being transported to the hospital, could risk their lives, and also risk the lives of our public safety officials.
Raptakis says the message is crystal clear. If you violate the provisions of the bill, the punishment will no longer be a misdemeanor but a felony with mandatory jail time. And if convicted, a person could face up to 3 years of jail time. With the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Tadavik Aprikyan, Eyewitness News.